Good morning. I want to read you a story this morning, and I am going to have a couple of days where I'm not going to be able to read you stories, so I thought I'd read you one this morning, and it's kind of a funny story. It's called Friend or Frog. Friend or Frog. You guys have friends? I know you do. You have lots of good friends, don't you? Kate's best friend was green and spotted, which is unusual in a friend but attractive in a frog. Kate met him on the beach in Florida, discovering they had a lot in common, and she invited him north to live with her family. Being an agreeable sort of frog, he accepted. He grabbed his one belonging, a towel with the name Hilton on it, and they were off to New York City. There he made himself at home in a nicely furnished bowl, though he was out of it more than he was in it, often showing up in the most surprising places just to lend a hand. When he wasn't helping out around the house, Hilton often joined Kate for a movie. They liked dancing after dark and taking strolls around the block. The neighbors found it strange. But Hilton and Kate were perfectly happy until the day Miss Elvira Hooper Wiggins came to visit. So there he is. He's on the great big plane. And there's the bowl. And look where he's showing up at. He's scaring the postman, isn't he? Yep. They're just having all kinds of great fun, aren't they? Gracious me, there's a frog in my tea, remarked Miss Wiggins. And then she fainted. Kate's mother was not amused. Uh-oh. What did Hilton do? He jumped out of her teacup, didn't he? I think there's going to be trouble. That creature must go, she yelled. Go where? Cried Kate. Back to the swamp he came from, said her mother. Hilton's not a swamp frog. He's from Miami, corrected Kate. But there was no changing her mother's mind. That night, Kate had terrible swamp mares. She dreamed of places all slimy and murky, where insects were served for lunch and slithery swamp things lurked in the weeds, where dancing usually leads to stinking and tea parties are out of the question. But worst of all, they never had any good movies there. And she is. She's dreaming funny dreams, isn't she? She's worried about Hilton, isn't she? Kate woke up shaking. Hilton was not like other frogs. He had talent and personality. He would wither away in a swamp. A suitable home must be found, she decided, preferably in the neighborhood. So Kate placed an ad in the Sunday paper. Amazing amphibian for immediate adoption. 4 inches long, green with brown spots, like new. Impeccable manners, delightful sense of humor, helpful around the house, good starter pet, great gift idea. Interested parties call 555-8270 and ask for Kate. Oh, Kate. She's trying to find a good home for him, isn't she? She doesn't want him to have to live in the swamp. But the newspaper charged 50 cents a word. So Kate changed the ad to Free Frog, 555-8270. On Sunday morning, 3 people called. Kate scheduled the interviews for that afternoon. Monsieur Fromage was the first to arrive. Do you like frogs? Kate replied. More than ice cream, he replied. So far, so good. See, she had to change it to 555 frog. Free frog. By the way, fromage is cheese in French. It's Mr. Cheese that showed up. Have you ever had a frog? She asked him. And, oh, bowls and bowls of them, said Monsieur Fromage. I had some today for lunch. I beg your pardon, said Kate. French fried frog legs are so delicious, he says. Kate was alarmed. Ha ha ha, Mr. Fromage. I was only kidding. But was he? I don't know. I think he wanted to eat our frog friend. People do eat frog legs. Yikes, huh? Next, Kate interviewed a boy named Donald. He peered at Hilton through a magnifying glass. Aha, he exclaimed. The speckled back lily leaper. You know a lot about frogs, said Kay. Correction, said Donald. I know everything about frogs. Then he poked and he measured and he said, aha, a lot. Well, said Kate. He's perfect, said Donald. It's true, said Kate. Ideal for my scientific experiments, he said. You made a big mistake, warned Kate. I'm a genius, said Donald. I never make mistakes. Besides, frogs love science. Trust me. But how could she? What do you think he was thinking? Elijah and Thad, ask your dad what they do with frogs in science experiments. Next, Kate interviewed a lady named Miss Lavender. Where is the handsome devil? She asked. First things first, said Kate. Do you plan to eat this frog or experiment on him? Heavens, no, Miss Lavender said. Then she swooped down and kissed Hilton. Ugh. He's supposed to turn into a prince, said Miss Lavender, kissing him again. Any minute now. Stop that kissing at once, said Kate. One more try, said Miss Lavender. I only want what's best for the dear frog. But did she? There was no one left to interview, and it was time for Kate to make a decision. She thought and she thought. There's Miss Lavender. She's into kissing frogs. Do not kiss frogs. Just want you to know that. The three frog lovers grew restless and fidgety. I'm not getting any younger, sighed Miss Lavender. I have important work to begin, whined Donald. It's almost time for my sack, said Monsieur Fromage. Hilton had heard enough. Uh-oh, the frog's acting. There was a splash, and the sound of tiny frog feet. Oh, dear, cried Kate. If I don't catch him quick, it's the swamp for sure. The trail of wet footprints led Kate right after him. Hilton, come back here, she screamed. I don't think he wants to live with any of those people. Do you? His cry alerted the frog lovers, and they sprang to their feet. They chased Hilton in and out of rooms, up and down stairs, around chairs, and under tables. They got closer and closer. My prince, screamed Miss Lavender. My dinner, hollered Monsieur Fromage. My science project, squealed Donald. Yikers. Hilton was starting to worry. Then he spotted the box for Grandma's birthday hat and hopped inside to hide. Smart frog, huh?